might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hello, family, and welcome to the Denasha Harrison Radio Show here on Be Exposed Radio. I am your host, Denasha Harrison, along with True Black.
I am here.
Hello.
Yay.
Thank
Hi.
you. Welcome to the show, everybody. And first of all, True Black, thank you for holding it down as you always do.
You know I did a great job.
You did a great job. You did a great job. Well, folks, welcome to the show. 410-702-5637. You can also text us at 443-642-9403. It feels good to be back into the studio and not actually calling into the show.
Well,
not being able to see what's
I
really
thought
going
you thought
on.
we were tearing up the house or
No,
something. The babysitter was fine. He made it out alive.
Just wanted to be a part of the show. That's all. I knew the show was in good hands.
Uh-huh.
So right now it's getting a little cold out there. You know, New York's 39, Columbia, Maryland's 36.
We doing weather
Fredericksburg.
reports
We're doing
now?
weather reports. We're doing it all. We're
my
doing it all.
God,
Fredericksburg
really?
down there because they listening. 39 in Fredericksburg, to
They
include
know
in Baltimore. Hey, for those who are
cuddle season.
for those who are
That's
traveling.
What you should say. Cuddle season. Get naked under the covers.
Well, see, yeah, that's directly to the point with that.
You really should just just say
yeah,
that.
well,
instead of
we
the
just
weather.
got done talking about Chicago a little bit, and they're actually at 23 degrees. So for those who are out there that don't like the cold, we need to go ahead and make it work for us and cuddle up, right? If you got
cuffing season, yes.
It's cuffing season. So if you got a fireplace, go on and put it on.
Put it
go on and put that extra liquor into
Play
the coffee
on
or the
them
tea.
tunes, right.
Exactly. Go on and put some music on.
A lot of babies being made.
Hey, make it work. All them April babies coming up. But go ahead and make it work. I'd like to talk a little bit about politics. We're not going to do politics too long because we actually got a wonderful show going on when it comes to a couple of guests coming in. They're going to talk about their projects, talk about their music. But I want to put a spin on things.
Okay.
Right? The majority of people I know, they weren't so much for the person that's currently the president elect. But I'd like to say congratulations. And this is why. There's a twist to it.
Oh, okay.
There's
Sarcasm.
a twist to it.
Okay.
Right? But seriously, congratulations to the president-elect. And
right.
congratulations to everyone who actually voted for, but most importantly, voted against. And I'm going to say why. Sometimes when you are sick, it takes you to get sick before you can get better. I think that a lot of people now are conscious to what's going on. I think a lot of people are involving themselves more in politics because of who is about to take this office in January.
I doubt that.
Well, the body can't get well until it goes through a little bit.
The same thing happened with Al Gore and Bush many, many years ago when we had the popular vote versus the, electoral college and all that other stuff. And that didn't change. What I am thinking is that Donald Trump thought this was a big old joke. Mm-hmm. He didn't think he was going to win.
Oh, no doubt. I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree with that.
People who were just want to whitewash the White House, decided to. There were a lot of people they interviewed that said that they have never voted in all the elections their whole life, and because of the controversy and because of the rhetoric, because of the spin doctors, because of the paranoia, all that other stuff, that they went up and did their what their duty was. And it's sad because you had, I think Wisconsin had a recount, and they proved that Trump actually did win. A lot of people did not do what they needed to do to reach out to the people they needed to reach out. And those people felt left behind because of propaganda. And I think because of the Facebook, they had proved that a lot of the Facebook stuff was fake. Like they had the fake media outlets saying these different stories, and the general American public now seem to get their news from Facebook and Twitter. So people started just believing the nonsense that was going on. Unfortunately, we're dealing with an uneducated population. And because the majority of uneducated people are willing and to sacrifice, anything, even their own benefits, just to say that, they don't want a thief. But when I was listening to them saying that, Clinton is a thief and she's a this and she's a that, and I'm
Right.
like, so Donald Trump is not, and like, I really believe that people just did not want to vote for a woman to be in that office.
I agree with you, and I believe it does take all types. And I think that the majority of the people that you identified were those that were, number one, uneducated about the facts. Number two, just did not want to see a woman into the White House.
Right.
Number three, didn't think they were really going to win. So for those who
No, I think he didn't think he was going to win. I think those
you
people
think people
took him
really
serious.
thought that he was going to win?
Yeah.
I think you had that. You had a certain element that did, but you also had people that did vote that didn't. So, but with all of that, I do feel that sometimes it takes the body to get a little cold before it gets better. And the difference you identified
I mean,
the difference.
living healthier versus they got to get
Well,
better sooner or later.
right. So if we're going to use that analogy, once you do get better, you got to live a little bit more healthy.
Healthier.
But
yeah,
the fact that you did have a recount when it came to the election for Al Gore, I don't think that the Bush campaign before ran such a decisive campaign. They didn't play on the fears of people like.
Are we not talking
like
about
Trump
the same type
the
of
same
fears,
strategy to win the White
This
House.
was a regular Republican, meaning that status quo went along with it. So, but this campaign was carte blanche. It's like whatever goes, whatever they want to pick at, they'll pick at. And the more outrageous and the more ridiculous, you had people that would defend it tooth and nail, saying, well, that's just the media, that's just this, that's just that. And it's like, these are facts. And the difference between facts and someone reporting
just
the facts
denying the truth.
is just denying.
Just denying the truth. And I really do hope that people are more aware and that people will get more involved with the politics that pertain to them. You got a governor's election coming up in Virginia pretty soon. And then, of course, you got some legislative elections coming up as well. So there's an election every 2 years. If you didn't register this year for the vote for the presidency, you can still register to vote. It doesn't stop here. It starts here. So no matter how upset you may be because your candidate didn't win, no matter how frustrated you feel, if you're going to have a dog in a fight, you need to be registered at least to vote. It's cool to march. It's cool to talk. It's cool to vent.
It's cold when you march. Why they keep having these marches for black folks in the wintertime? What is wrong with them?
But if that's your thing, if that's your way towards
March.
You said march something in March.
March and March. That's what we're gonna do. Black History Month and then March.
And then March. And then before April, before it started raining all hard.
Right.
But if that's what you're gonna do, have a dog in the fight and vote. But register to vote. And get others to do the same as well. Get others out. So just wanted to share that with the people out there. Once again, thanks for joining us on the Denasha Harrison Show.
Yes.
I'd like to give a shout out to Let's Get It. That's our sponsor for the month. Let's Get It is actually located out in Port Hueneme, California.
Say that one more time.
Port Hueneme.
Okay.
Port Hueneme, California is listening. Thank you for listening. If you want
Hello,
more
Port
information
Hueneme.
about the Let's Get It boxing team, feel free to call 805-236-9950. Kelvin Harrison has a wonderful gym out there, and he's doing more than just teaching people how to box. He's actually doing a lot of community activism out there, making sure that people are getting what they need, helping people find shelter, helping people find food, to actually sustain them, not just giving them a meal for the day, but actually trying to connect them with people who will employ them to take care of them and their family. So, Brother Harrison, thank you for all the work that you're doing out there. And once again, the Let's Get It boxing team did sponsor us, so thank you for your sponsorship.
Is that a relative?
Thank you for your support. And it's real sponsorship though, right? It's not like I said, okay, hey bro, I'm gonna sponsor you for but
Hey,
that's my big brother, and he's running a wonderful program.
Oh, great!
So he's doing wonderful work out there in California. But so thank you very much for your support. Really appreciate it. For those of you who would like to call in to the show, please feel free to give us a call. We're on BeExposedRadio.com. If you want to tell someone how to actually tune in to the show, tell them to go to BeExposedRadio.com, and then you'll see Denasha Harrison live. Go ahead and click on live, and you'll actually be able to tune in to the show. And for some reason, if you people can't get to this broadcast of the show, they can always go back to YouTube or Facebook, and they can go ahead and click on to the Denasha Harrison Show and catch the shows prior to. It was a wonderful show before.
It was.
I know y'all had a good time up in here.
We had a great time.
So
we had renamed some man that we didn't meet before.
Well, right. So yeah. And brother, if you're listening, I apologize for butchering your name, but yeah, we had a wonderful time, and I definitely owe that brother some cigars. So, well, hey, thank you for listening. I'm looking forward to the show. Looking forward to discussing this different type of music that some of us listen to and others don't. And with our first guest, we're going to talk more about him. He's been on the show. He's been on the radio station, come to the radio station often. And he's done his music often. So we're going to really get into the person, what's the motivation behind the music. So don't go away. We're going to take this quick break. You're listening to Denasha Harrison and True Black on the show. So we'll see you in a minute. Thanks for listening.
Free stuff for you just for listening to this station. Yo, we got your attention? Here's how it works. You click on the Radio Loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for cool stuff in the Radio Loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple. Free stuff just for doing what you already do. Radio Loyalty. Click the banner to join now. Join the club that gives you stuff. Hey, thanks! Radio Loyalty. Here's how it works. Just click on the Radio Loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for stuff in the Radio Loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple, right? Radio Loyalty. Click that banner to join now.
Okay, so just type the job website address here. That's it. Then you enter what job you're looking for there.
Electrician.
This is Peter. Recently, he got help going on the internet for the first time to look for a new job.
Okay, then you just hit search and...
In the past, Peter's gotten work through people he knew, but he heard there were more jobs online.
There we go.
These are all for me?
Uh-huh.
Really?
He had no idea just how many.
I can't believe it. This one looks good.
Peter is thinking the internet might be for him after all.
And this is just one website.
Wow. Why didn't I do this sooner?
See what the internet can help you do at everyoneon.org or call 1-855-387-9166 to find a free training class near you. Brought to you by Connect to Compete and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
When you were a little kid and you thought about what you wanted to be, teaching was at the top of your list. But things changed. And as you got older, teaching didn't seem like the best option anymore. So you're thinking you'll be something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Now you want to be a doctor. You don't think teachers save lives? 25 at a time. An actress? Try playing a different role every time the bell rings. How about a scientist? Ever heard of physics? Chemistry? Who do you think teaches that? Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, and taking learning far beyond the four walls of the classroom. It's time to recognize that great things are happening in teaching and put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable. But how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety
You are
Administration.
listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey, welcome back to the show. Thank you for joining us here on Be Exposed Radio, the Marshall Harrison Show. We decided to do the show about music. We're going to do music, but before we get into...
We going to hum?
No, we're not going to sing and hum music.
I thought we had
we're gonna
karaoke
discuss,
night or something.
We're going to discuss music. So, machine with all the Christmas lights on it and everything. So, but before we do...
Old Christmas tree.
talk about the guest that's en route. How was the Big Smoke? How'd that go?
Oh my God, it was so much fun. You know, I got out there, I stayed at the Delano, beautiful hotel.
The Delano.
Delano. It's named after Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
Right. Is it new?
It's new. It's like maybe about a year and a half old.
Oh, wow.
Fabulous. Most of it is suites and, you know, the service was impeccable. You know, I always compare everything to Dubai. When I go to Dubai, like, you know, I feel like I'm coming to America. I'm waiting for the roses to come at my feet. I mean, they damn near come near that. But, yeah, the Delano from the beginning, I mean, I got in early. I got in an hour early. There was originally supposed to check in at 3, but they had my room ready at 11. And just like everybody that was there, like I sat there and had lunch with the bellboy because he was from New York.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, he was talking about stuff. He was like, I really like you. I was like, I really like you too. He's a 50-year-old, a retiree from the NYPD.
Oh, wow. You
Moved
had a lot
out
in
there,
common.
yeah. So we had a lot in common. So we didn't know we had a lot in common, and we just sat there and talked. And he had the most fascinating blue eyes, and I was like, "Oh my God, your eyes are really, really gorgeous." And then we just started talking, and we just hung out for a little while until I had to go to the first event. And we just went from place to place, and I met some awesome people. I mean, I'm looking forward to going back because I found that like a whole community that just deal with cigars, and we just went from place to place, and you know, now I got my personal cab drivers.
Got the hookup?
Yeah, I got the hookup now.
Right. And for those who don't know what the Big Smoke is.
Oh, well, a Big Smoke is like trick-or-treating for people who are connoisseurs of cigars.
That's right.
So you have a bunch of realtors, people who deal with actually companies that actually make the cigars for the mass public. And they come out there with the representatives and all that kind of stuff. I had more fun at the after parties and before parties and during parties and parties and introduction parties, and it was all good and fine. So it was just like, hey, you know, just had a really, I mean, it was so laid back and chilled, and you know, the West Coast normally is, but it was so laid back and chilled, and just made a lot of good connections with people who are interested in what I'm interested in.
Nice.
Fabulous time.
Nice.
And big up to Virgin Airlines. Y'all really did a great job.
So you flew Virgin out that way?
I flew Virgin, be the first and last time, because, man, they charge a little bit more than I expected, but I was like, it was comfortable, but, you know.
Now, when people think Virgin Airlines, some people think that they just fly overseas and not domestic. So you actually took a domestic flight out.
Yeah, I took a domestic flight on Virgin, but I normally do Southwest from here. I love Southwest. For some reason, they're comedians. Everybody's a comedian on Southwest.
It seems that way, all the way to the
like
pilot.
It's a show,
right?
Yeah, it's
right.
a show. So I gotta have some entertainment on that long flight and stuff like that. So it was really a good time. Virgin really treated us well and stuff like that. But it was interesting. I probably would fly overseas, but I probably won't do it in the domestic capacity.
Okay. Well, the big smoke. I got to catch one. I got to catch the next one.
We're going to be doing another event out there for next year. Smoke and Mirrors will be.
Oh, Smoke and Mirrors. That's it. What about Smoke and Mirrors?
We'll be doing an event.
Who's Smoke and Mirrors?
See, don't ask me questions like that. That is like so retarded. Why don't you just say, why don't you tell people about Smoke and Mirrors?
Well, that's what I'm asking.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
That's what I'm asking.
Say what you mean.
Just kind of roll into it. Just roll into it.
Smoke and Mirrors is the first women's cigar society. We are an actual legal entity. We are now Smoke and Mirrors National LLC. I am the CEO, head chick in charge, and number one smoker.
Okay. It's like, then I should be formal with it. Don't be trying to segue into it. Just ask about Smoke and Mirrors. So you're on Be Exposed Radio, the Danash Harrison Show. We're going to do a little bit of conversation about everything, but specifically about music. We got a couple of guests coming through. It is the holiday season, so it's not that type of holiday music. But we're going to talk about
Christmas tree.
We're going to talk about his music, what he does, and what his motivation is to do what he does. So we got another quick break coming up. Thank you for listening. Don't go away. We'll be right back after these words.
Are you thinking about getting your GED diploma? Well, here at the GED Pep Talk Center, we've got a number of pep talks that can motivate you.
Sometimes things don't always turn out the way you want them to.
You know that feeling? People look at you and don't believe in you.
You want some gentle encouragement. Then you're on your way to your GED diploma and a better life.
But I know they're probably just a little bit nervous. You can find it in yourself to take that first step.
You can improve your future. You can do this. I know you can.
You need to start pushing yourself.
Now get your game face on and take the first step towards a better life. Hurry up. Don't make me repeat myself.
Whatever level of motivation you need to get your GED diploma, we've got a pep talk that's right for you. Call 1-877-38-YOUR-GED or visit yourged.org for your pep talk and find free GED classes in your area. GED is a registered trademark of the American Council on Education, brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
When you were a little kid and you thought about what you wanted to be, teaching was at the top of your list. But things changed. And as you got older, teaching didn't seem like the best option anymore. So you're thinking you'll be something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Now you want to be a doctor. You don't think teachers save lives? 25 at a time. An actress? Try playing a different role every time the bell rings. How about a scientist? Ever heard of physics? Chemistry? Who do you think teaches that? Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, and taking learning far beyond the four walls of the classroom. It's time to recognize that great things are happening in teaching and put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable. But how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National...
When you were a little kid and you thought about what you wanted to be, teaching was at the top of your list. But things changed. And as you got older, teaching didn't seem like the best option anymore. So you're thinking you'll be something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Now you want to be a doctor. You don't think teachers save lives? 25 at a time. An actress? Try playing a different role every time the bell rings. How about a scientist? Ever heard of physics? Chemistry? Who do you think teaches that? Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, and taking learning far beyond the four walls of the classroom. It's time to recognize that great things are happening in teaching and put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable. But how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey, welcome back to the show. You're listening to Denasha Harrison, True Blacks here as the co-host.
Yeah, I'm here.
Getting the Joan
Don't
on.
say it like that.
So, you know.
Yeah, the commercials are always a comedy hour.
Oh, my goodness. You know. So, hey, thank you for listening to the show. Thursday on the 15th, we're actually going on break. Holidays are coming up. December 17th, we'll return January 7th. So, once again, December 17th to January 7th, we will be on break here at the radio station. So, listen as much as you can. And you know what? If you miss us between that time, you can always go back and catch the shows before.
Go in the archives.
So go into the archives, right?
Go back and listen to some of our interesting shows.
So thank you for sharing, the chief smoker from Smoking Mirrors.
I'm the chief CEO, Chief Chick.
Chief Chick.
Yeah.
Chief Chick. So we're going to get into music at some point, but what type of music? And I know we do the holiday thing.
I don't.
Temptations, Christmas, and all that. So what type of music do you rock during the holidays?
I rock whatever I feel like rocking.
So you don't change up?
No, man. I mean, there's like some, like you go certain places and you like if you go to a show, a Christmas show, that's what you expect to hear is Christmas music. But, I kind of like sticking to the classics,
Right.
I've never been like a big Christmas music person at all. Say something about my phone again.
You want to get that?
It's a message, man. It's a message. So normally it's your phone that's acting out.
Normally.
Right.
So, yeah, but it's all good.
But I'm not a big like holiday person and as far as music because I think that they have done it to death. It says the same thing. I like the classic ones, I guess because I was in chorus a long time ago, so I'm a little bit prejudiced. Why are you looking at me like that? Like I can't sing or something.
You were in chorus?
Like you heard me. I was in chorus. I was in chorus. Yes.
That's why you was talking about karaoke earlier.
Yeah, I was talking about karaoke for you.
No, not for me. No, you're not gonna get me doing any karaoke anywhere.
We doing music. I was like, wow, we about to do a performance.
No, when the mic came off.
I'm not even ready yet.
No, I did not mean to take the mic off the mount.
No,
it fell off.
You took the mic off like you
was
about to perform.
No, it looked like it. When I
it looked like right. It looked like that. It looked like
we're gonna keep on talking because we want people to keep listening. I start singing. It's gonna be more than a comedy hour. It's gonna be an issue.
Oh God, let me find out. But no, like I've never been like a big, I like gospel and all that kind of stuff. I like different genres of music, but Christmas music, besides the Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is
It's-
You, which is cute.
Right,
It's a cute
right.
song. I can only listen to that once.
Uh-huh.
I'm done. Over. No more. But like everybody, some people are more, they're in tune into Christmas. I don't decorate the house or anything like that. I am Jewish, so Hanukkah and Christmas is very close this year, like one day apart.
Right.
So, that's the only thing I would have is like a menorah.
Mm-hmm.
And then have that going, but that's about it. The kids are grown. Happy birthday to my baby, 21
Okay.
years old. Miss you, little boo.
So she's 21 today.
She's 21 today.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's your youngest?
My youngest.
Wow.
My oldest is going to be 27 next year.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So, they you know what? I just thought about it. They love the tree thing. We used to do the white tree, the black tree, the green tree, the real tree. We done went through so many trees.
Tree in the box.
Tree in a box. Tree pre-lit. Tree not lit. Rotating tree. That was the last one we had.
Right. So have you seen that singing Santa that's about our size?
Okay, I've seen it. It's scary as hell.
It
The
is,
twerks,
isn't it? Yeah, the twerking
I'm
Santa.
not feeling this. I am not feeling the twerking Santa. It's scary looking. Who's going to have this in his house? If you're in my house and that thing starts going off.
And it's a motion sensor too, I think. So when you
that's
walk
not
past
cute.
it, it starts to
Don't
do
talk
its
to me,
thing.
sir. You do not have real presence, sir.
Right. So hey, I'm looking forward to the holidays. I know.
Well, you have younger children.
Yeah, having little ones and everything. It's just that time of year. But I think that just the way we grew up in Chicago, Christmas was huge with the trees, and my grandmother used to have the Santas and the deer that she used to actually sit out. I don't see a lot of people rocking Christmas like that anymore.
Like I'm from New York, so this is one place in Staten Island and Bay Ridge and Brooklyn that they do it up every year. It's ridiculous. You actually can tune in to Christmas music as you ride through the streets.
Oh, wow.
And it was like one of those things like you go there to do that. But yeah, I mean, not my mother did a tree or two, but I really wasn't like looking for that.
Right.
I kind of was like into the stockings. Hang the stockings up. That was cool.
See what's in them.
Let's see what's in them. But not the whole, and everybody just has a holiday that they really love and appreciate. I think I'm more Thanksgiving, not for the Thanksgiving with the traditional sense, but Thanksgiving for your family and friends thing. It's probably more the holiday I'm kind of more geared towards, but to each his own. I mean, I'm sure there's some people that just go overboard with Christmas. A long time ago, when my babies were very, very young, the day after Christmas, I woke up and I saw everything on the floor that I just paid all this money for. And from then on, I kind of went to a whole different understanding of what the meaning of Christmas for them was. And I said, listen, you ask for one present only. Whatever you want, you can have. But it can only be one. One. So I'm like, okay, you do what you do.
Right.
You do what you do, but ask for this. You only could get one present. And from now on, I think that the oldest one was 7 at the time. They asked for, they could ask for anything. One asked for a car one year, and got it. But it had to only be one. And they had to really understand. They had to think about what they really wanted. That Christmas is not a free-for-all. It's not like bring me the book of Toys R Us and then say I want everything in the left side of the book.
Right.
Of the staple.
Right.
And all that other stuff. So, like for everybody, you have to kind of understand what Christmas actually is. And I think we have gotten so commercial about everything from Mother's Day, from Easter to Christmas to Thanksgiving that we kind of lost the real meaning of why it's a holiday in the first place.
It seems like holidays just hit us back to back, doesn't it?
It does hit us back to back.
How spaced out it is, they are when it comes to Black Friday and, just the different holidays. Before that,
is
and
Black
after.
Friday a holiday now?
Black Friday is a holiday.
No, it's not.
Monday is too for some people.
I refuse.
So, do you plan on doing any traveling for other holidays?
Wherever I just feel like getting up and going, I kind of would do that. This year, I'm trying to get my mom to come and hang out with me for a little while. from New York and come down here and maybe catch a couple shows. Because I think the Grinch That Stole Christmas is at the National Theater.
Oh, Kennedy Center?
No, National Theater.
Oh, okay.
A National Theater. Parking sucks, but it's a really a nice little venue and stuff like that. I just saw Love Jones over there. Please, somebody take that show off the road. Oh my God. It was the most horrific show ever.
Love Jones?
Love Jones. So they made it kind of like a comedy.
Really?
No original music. They had a lot of, bang for your buck as far as, people you would like to see on stage.
Okay.
As far as singing and all that kind of stuff. But nothing was original. They had, not the smart and very witty and very subdued art-like language that they used in the movie.
Right, in the movie, right.
It was very sophisticated. So I guess for our audience, they just felt like we weren't sophisticated enough to really grab that premise, and they made it into a comedy with buffoonery and foolishness.
Really?
So pull it off.
Wow.
Don't waste your money. I was disappointed. I was ready to walk out after the first half.
Wow, it was that bad.
It was that bad. I mean, they
changed the whole.
They changed the whole concept. They said, if you think this is going to be the movie, you're far from incorrect.
Oh, they started with that.
Yeah, they started with that.
Wow, the disclaimer up front.
The disclaimer. You think this is going to be the movie? Yeah, you're going to be real hurting your feelings, and we're real hurting our feelings.
Oh wow.
So it was.
They should have called it something else.
They should have called it anything else but Love Jones, because all they had was that was the same was the names. They turned some of the people who were really, strong women into like clowns.
Wow.
So it was really disappointing in that sense.
Yeah, that is unfortunate.
Yeah, but the singing was off the chain. I was like, wow, music was there. Marsha Ambrosia was there. Dave Hollister, Chrisette Michelle.
Oh, wow.
MC Light.
Did she do some singing?
Yeah.
MC Light did some
MC
singing?
Light.
Oh, okay.
She didn't sing. She didn't sing.
Well, I'm just asking.
That's crazy.
You said you did some chorus work,
I don't
which
like
is
your
surprising to
attitude
me.
right
No,
now.
I'm just
What
asking.
what they gotta do with MC Light?
She can do it all.
She said MC Light. She ain't use her real name.
But maybe she did sing. I don't know. That's why I asked.
Child,
stop.
So
I don't know if she sung or not. So I know for Christmas, I think I'm gonna be around, but I'm looking forward to.
You're not going to Chicago?
No, I'm gonna stick around here.
Okay.
But my 8-year-old is gonna be around, and we're gonna do some gift giving. Take a look at some opportunities to do some volunteering. Because as you said, the holidays they're different for some people.
Right.
And, I think Thanksgiving is one of my favorites because of how people are really active with, bringing the family together, bringing a stranger in.
I love the thing about Friendsgiving versus
Friendsgiving.
Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Right.
When they started that concept of, friends getting together and really breaking bread and sharing that time. I love when people always like invite me someplace and I'm like, I don't want to go.
Right.
I don't want to eat your grandma's food. I don't know where she did.
You got to be careful who food you eat.
I know. I heard a whole bunch of people got sick.
You got to be careful who food you eat.
Because they cooked the day before, left that out,
let stuff sit
put
out
it in the refrigerator, then reheated it up, and then served it. Or people are going 3, 4, 5 different places. But I love the memes this year about saving the extra plate. Did you see those memes on Facebook? Oh, they were hilarious. A lot of them were like, people that take home extra plates and they're like, oh, you stole my plate. And I mean, the faces on these memes are hilarious.
Really?
Yeah.
So taking the good china.
No, filling your plate up
filling
before
your plate up,
auntie done finished eating yet.
Wow.
So, you hide your plate to take home.
A friend of mine told me a story about that. They had this huge party back in Chicago. And they talked about that cousin. And everything was out. It was a huge,
I believe in bringing Tupperware.
Garden party. Right. But seriously, everything was out, for the taking. But they found her in the kitchen taking everything that was already, taking everything before it actually got out. So, you got those types that they're coming to stock up and not really fellowship.
Well, sometimes you don't want other people having their hands in it. That, Uncle John just came out the bathroom. You know he didn't wash his hands. And he about to go take it. So sometimes you got to get that food.
He the one cutting the turkey for
salmonella
that year.
and E. coli and all that stuff.
Got long fingernails.
He about to do it.
Got long fingernails. Oh yeah. You got to be careful who you break bread with.
Well,
Definitely.
sometimes it's just good to just hang out and just be like, I'm not hungry.
Right,
somebody
you
gonna
good.
make you something.
I ate at the last spot.
I ate at the last spot.
Yeah.
And we used to love doing that, like when we were younger, hop from place to place to place, and just see what everybody got, because somebody would have a cheesecake out of this world, and somebody did the carrot cake real good, and somebody did the whatever, the rolls and everything was handmade, and you go to people's houses and you be like, okay, they don't use enough seasoning. I know they got some slap your mama over at their house, so I'm about to
trying
season
to
up these
save
greens
some
a little
space.
bit. Yes.
So I can remember my mother and my grandmother looking at us like, don't ask for nothing to eat up in here. And as a kid, you don't know why, because you're about to go to some other spot or you just came from a spot, but you don't know the different practices that people have when they're actually cooking. They come and show face, but you want to be real careful that real careful to mind what you eat. So
mind who you.
But who you breaking bread with. But I'm looking forward to the holidays. Just to not be on tap to do too much.
Okay.
Spend time with the family.
Ice skating?
No.
No looking at the trees?
No, looking at the tree.
Okay.
No ice skating.
No ice skating.
Nah.
You don't do ice skating?
No ice skating.
You don't have no balance?
No, I don't have a love for it. So me and ice skating don't get along. Last time I ice skated was 1993, and a plate and 8 screws later, I haven't ice skated since.
Okay.
So so
you clumsy?
No, I'm not clumsy.
Yeah, you are. There
you
go.
See, so there we go with that. So we trying to have a nice flowing show and everything, and folk can call me clumsy. And earlier during the break, some things were talked about too.
That was like 20 years ago.
But I mean, so my thing is this.
Try something new.
My thing is this.
Enlighten yourself.
I'm always up
Work
to trying.
the muscles.
I'm always up to trying something different. Right?
But
when it comes to the ice, I just, decline. I'm good.
Black people do skate.
Oh, black people skate. Black people ski. Black people snowboard. Black people go on all these nice, wonderful ski trips. I'll be sitting at the lodge drinking cocoa and something in it. So if there's some ski trips coming up, please feel free to invite me, but don't expect me out there on the slopes. I'm just saying.
You're not gonna be on the ski bunny?
No,
not the little.
No,
what's the baby slope's name?
The bunny slope.
The bunny slope, right?
No, yeah.
You're not gonna be a ski bunny?
No, I'll sit in the lodge and just relax.
You can't just get on the tube.
I do some tobogganing. Yeah, I do some, some sledding and tobogganing and something like that. But yeah, I'll leave the snowboarding and the skating and the skiing to those who love that type of activity. So I take it you ski and ice skate.
No, I don't do none of that.
Oh, see, there we go. But yeah, so do you do the actual retreats though?
No,
that they have.
Okay. I don't do cold. I'm an August baby.
So you don't do cold at all.
I don't do cold.
Okay, gotcha. So you're gonna be nice and bundled up.
I'll be bundled up. You know.
From New York, don't do cold.
I don't like your attitude about New York.
I'm just saying.
You're from Chicago, didn't want to go back in the snow.
But yeah, I'm not going back because I got obligations here. But I don't mind the snow.
Okay, color people.
No, not at all. So you're listening to the Denasha Harrison Show here on Be Exposed Radio. Feel free to call in at 410-702-5657 when we come back live. You can also text us at 443-642-9403. We'll be right back right after these words. Thanks for listening. I'll let you do no.
Join the club that gives you stuff.
Hey, thanks!
Radio Loyalty. Here's how it works. Just click on the Radio Loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for stuff in the Radio Loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple, right? Radio Loyalty. Click that banner to join now.
You're struggling with your mortgage. You think about it. You don't do anything but think about it.
What are we going to do if we lose the house? Where are we going to go?
At work.
I can't let anybody find out. I'm so embarrassed.
At dinner.
How can I tell the kids? It's going to wreck their lives.
And at 3 o'clock in the morning.
I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get through this. What's going to happen to us?
It's time to stop thinking. It's time to start dialing. Call 1-888-995-HOPE for a free government program that offers expert one-on-one advice about your mortgage options.
I'm all alone.
No, you're not. We've helped over 1 million homeowners, and we want to help you. And now there are more ways to help. Call 1-888-995-HOPE or visit makinghomeaffordable.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Treasury, HUD, and the Ad Council.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
If you had a dream venue, where would that be? Like, some people want to do Carnegie Hall or like a big stadium somewhere.
I want to go with Madison Square. I wanna feel that
so
building.
So you just want to shoot for the moon.
I want to feel it. I want to look out and just feel the vibration of all of those people there to be uplifted and all of that, because that's what I want to do for people.
So are you dancing? Are you...
I want to implement that. I think I want to start doing some blocking. Like, not like, tear it up. But just like a
little 1-2.
Hell, a little, not voguing, but kind of the essence of it. Very posy and,
you
hit the mark. Yeah, we're not trying to like bust out sweats.
So that's mean you don't have the dance gene in you.
I can dance.
Okay.
That's not what I was doing. I can dance. But I'm not, trying to give that. That's not my lane. I want to keep it really kind of a retro feel with like the new school with a retro feel. Like
Okay. Little Banji Soul.
Yeah.
People gonna start using that.
Right. And they should.
Little Banji Soul. Yeah. But just mark it so people know, like, this was mine.
This where it came from. Because, people was queens out here now that was princesses last week. They was princesses before my album dropped. Now they queen or something. Like, pinky up.
I cannot. The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Listening, welcome back to the show. We're sitting here on the Dasha Harrison Show, and during the breaks, as True said before, there's always something going on conversation-wise during the breaks. We're talking about ice skating. And before we went to the break, I was talking about my experience on skates.
Peer pressure.
Not interested.
Peer pressure.
I'm good. So. And then I asked if she skates, skis, or boards or something like that, and she told me,
"No, absolutely not.
No, not at all, not at all. August babies. Ooh, them Leos. But
the beach.
Hey, thanks for joining us in the studio, Nate. How you doing today? Just hanging out. Okay. All right. Good.
Like, what y'all doing?
So yeah, holiday season's coming up. I know it's busy for a lot of people. Please be safe out there. Be practical and really. Take some time to find out what it means to you. Everybody's always caught up in this whole this commercial cycle, this commercial game about the holidays.
Keep your money.
Keep your money. Put it towards something. For the new year, and as far as this New Year resolution thing,
I don't do that.
You can
either.
start now. I mean, if you are really into the whole resolution thing, hey, your health should always come first. You should never, delay your health.
People what should come first.
I think your health does come first.
For you.
It should come first for a lot of people.
Some people, it's alcohol.
Does your health come first?
Well, I'm healthy.
I'm
good.
So
I don't even think about it.
Well, alcohol is
alcohol
like food.
Is
it's a continuum.
Mm-hmm.
But anything responsibly done is a continuum, but I think that a lot of people should really consider their health and not wait for January 1st to start something.
What you consider your resolution. Let me hear some of your resolutions.
Oh, well, I'm constant with it. I don't have any New Year resolutions.
You never have you're not running to the gym?
No. I'm
$10 a month?
Nope. No, I'm not doing that. I stay ready.
You stay ready?
I stay ready. We can always do a little weight shifting here and there or whatnot, but I try to stay healthy throughout the year so that I don't have to, pack everything into a couple of days, couple of weeks, fitting into a suit, getting ready for a party, getting ready for some type of event. I try to stay ready.
It's motivation, man.
Motivation. Well, I'm just saying for those out there, don't wait to do something for yourself. If you can do it today, do it today. Don't wait till the new year. Don't try to, wrap things up to get ready for the next year. If you haven't been doing it, go ahead and start doing it now. That's all. I think that's a healthy thing to do. You know, for a lot of people besides just myself. You know, and I'm sure you work out too all the time.
Nope.
Not at all?
Not.
Okay. But you're healthy.
Nope. Yeah, I am.
Not at all, huh? No. But yeah, you know, don't wait.
No, I'm not stagnant by any means, but
Sure.
you know, it's different ways to work out, and you got to find what really works for you, and you know what's comfortable, and you know what fits your lifestyle. You know, I like boxing, and I like doing other things. You know, I love to wrestle somebody to the floor.
Really?
I did. You know, being a police officer, that was one of the things.
So
Ground
you
fighting.
get your grappling on?
I get my grappling on. I'm grabbing somebody.
Just
don't
Roy
pull my
Gracie
hair.
in them.
Don't pull my
don't
hair.
pull your hair.
Don't pull my hair. Don't touch it.
So do you stop the fight in the middle and talk about don't pull my hair?
No, we had that conversation before.
Oh, before you go to take somebody down?
Right, before you even fight them. You be like, look, these are 2 things you can't touch.
Really?
Or we're going to have problems. Don't mess up my hair. I got to go somewhere afterward.
Wow. That's wild.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, hey, whatever works.
But, you know, everybody just have to find the thing that makes that seems like more fun than actually working out. I don't like nobody yelling at my ear. I went to a...
like a boot camp type thing?
Oh, my God. Because, you know, the academy is kind of like... is
structured that way?
Semi-military-like structure and stuff like that. And they were, like, really into that, staying in, you know, dead cockroach. And I'm like, oh, come on now. Well, how long am I supposed to stay in this? They're like, 2 hours. Oh, okay. We're going to have a problem with this. Punishments, you know, jumping jacks, all kinds of crazy exercises that you have never seen in your life. And they were like, well, it was good for me in the military. Well, this is not the military, sir.
Right.
I go home every day.
Wow.
Have a great life.
Yeah,
but, you know, we had so much fun. That was the fun part. Like, you know, how much can we get away with, or how much can we start and then see what they're going to do?
They just push them.
We pushed them all the time. But, you know, they were mostly, a lot of the instructors were military. So they had, like, that background, and they, you know, we understand what it is, breaking you down to build you back up and make you a unit, and, you know, gang signs, you know.
Teamwork.
Everybody has that, even the police.
Sure.
So it was like a really interesting time. But I learned a lot about, you know, I actually started running in the academy.
Oh, you didn't run before?
I didn't run before. I did like short distances, but long distances. So I ran like every morning about 7.5 miles. And then in the evening, I ran 7.5 miles. So, you know, I learned something that I like, that I can do all the time. And you could do it by yourself, and you could focus on whatever it is. It was a great head clearer for me, more than, you know, sitting in the gym and they got rules and regulations, and somebody want to use the elliptical machine right behind you. You're just like, damn, can I get off first? Can I get off first? You know, they want to wipe it down.
Well, some folk make too much noise in the gym.
I know.
Too much noise. Like they having babies in the gym.
I know. It's just ridiculous. I'm like, come on, guys. You cannot be this hyped up about this right now.
It's like, be courteous. You got other people in the gym going on, slinging weights, dropping weights. But I think health is important, whether, you know, you have that gym lifestyle or just your diet. You know, it's a combination of things. You know, some people
just big boned it.
Right. Some people don't have to work out at all. They just eat right and, you know, never spend a day in the gym, I guess.
Say something.
You know what?
Say something.
Yeah, we're going to say something after when we go into this break. But, hey, I appreciate y'all joining us. Hey, we're here in the studio just doing us right here, 410-702-5657. Go ahead and give us a call. You can also email us at info@beexposedradio.com or text us at 443-642-9403. Really do appreciate everyone out there joining us here for the Denasha Harrison Show.
We should talk about cuffing season when we come back.
Talk about what?
Cuffing season.
Cuffing season?
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about a little bit about cuffing season when we get back. Right after you silence that phone. But, hey, don't go away. This is the Denasha Harrison
that's
Show.
Your problem, not mine.
Thank you for listening. We'll talk to you in a minute.
Really? That's how we say it?
Yeah, that's how we're going to say it.
So, Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom?
I wanted to talk to you about something, and... Oh, wait. Hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy me. So, anyway...
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight.
Playoffs!
Hey guys, check out my new video game. Pew, pew.
Wait.
Mom, what? Huh?
What? Hold
What'd you say? Wait a second, what?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Only in the forest can you see this. And this. And this. But nothing beats the moment you see that.
Cool!
That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
I didn't know it could do that!
Because one trip to the forest can spark a world of difference.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go, like hiking, canoeing, fishing, or camping. Or create your own adventure with family and friends, and you might just see this. Your moment's out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Steven.
Who said that?
Me, down here.
What are you, a yellow booger?
I'm a banana slug, Steven.
Well, what are you doing in my room?
I'm your sense of adventure. Don't you remember me? Don't you know that we miss you?
Miss me? Who misses me?
You know, all your friends in the forest. The trees, the pond, that little fort that you made out of branches. We all miss you.
Mom took me to the forest last year.
I'm a slug, Steven. It took me a long time to get here.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
This forest is not that far away. Have an adventure today. I'm sure your mom would take you.
You're right. I should get out. I want to have fun. Play in puddles, catch frogs, and climb trees.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey, welcome back to the Vanessa Answer Show. Ooh, if y'all was in the studio here, we talk about in between breaks. So, cuffing season.
Cuffing season.
We're about to talk about this. I've never heard of it before. So, this is the definition of cuffing season for those of you who haven't heard of this before. I think I'm probably the only one.
Probably.
During the fall and winter months, people who would normally rather be single or promiscuous find themselves alone with the rest of the world, minus Dinasha, desiring to be cuffed or tied down by a serious relationship. The cold weather and prolonged indoor activity causes singles to become lonely and desperate to be cuffed. And this is real.
That's
so usually the colder
definition.
months like fall or winter, new relationships start, old relationships turn into engagements. People in said relationships are cuffed, meaning that they no longer seek non-platonic relationships.
But that ends at February 13th.
That ends.
At February 13th.
Wow.
Because, you're not giving them a Valentine's Day present.
She's a gambler because she's going to go all the way up to...
So are you in the cuffing season right now?
I am not in the cuffing season.
Uh-huh.
I'm in the dating season.
You're in the dating season?
In the hey, have fun, enjoy.
Uh-huh.
Go out to multiple dinners, get multiple presents, stuff like that.
So honestly, this is the first time I've ever heard about cuffing season.
It's a real thing. It's
So,
too soon
too
for a
soon.
Christmas present. So, you get something light, like gloves or, that little $99
like a
Macy's necklace or something like that.
Okay.
A bottle of wine or something like easy and stuff like nothing that you got to really think about. You don't really have to bring them around the family yet because you're not ready to introduce them or anything like that. They might come to a couple Christmas parties, if your office Christmas party.
Or
something like that. Or you might do a couple little things, but it gets cold and you want to be snowed in with somebody.
So you just want to snuggle, but
hopefully it's somebody that can cook, So you can have those snow in days and it should be over by February 13th.
So before Valentine's.
Before Valentine's Day, yes, definitely.
So why before Valentine's Day?
So you don't have to do Valentine's with them. Now you can search for the other people. It's time to... The weather started changing. The weather's going to be breaking in a little bit. You got to get ready.
So hibernation is pretty much over.
You got to take your 10 pounds off that you got from Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's.
When you was cuddling and
when
eating.
When you're cuddling and eating, right, when you're snowing. So you got to get ready for the March weather, so you can march and march.
Wow, and look good for somebody else.
Yeah.
So that's cuffing season.
That is cuffing season.
And honestly, I never heard of it before today.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I'm not.
Since I'm not allowed to talk about relationships.
No, yeah, I'm not fitting into that category at all. So I'm cuffed, happily cuffed. So happy.
You so happy?
I am happily cuffed. I never heard of it, but yeah, I guess yeah, that makes sense. It makes sense for some folks.
Okay.
Yeah. So okay. So you're not in cuffing season, right?
No, I'm not. I'm in dating mode.
Oh, you're in dating mode.
Right.
Okay.
I'm in like super dates.
Okay.
You know, you got 3.5 hours of my time. Make it good. Now, and we meet up. We don't pick me up at my house.
So y'all just meet out.
We meet out. I'm always doing something anyway earlier. And you don't need to meet me at my house. So I can be able to get in my car. 3.5 hours, you start getting on my nerves.
Okay, so
I can roll out.
So you're the type that drives yourself.
You're the type. No, I'm the chick that will drive myself and meet you there. Have a good time. You know, we might meet up later again sometime in the week, but you got 3.5 hours of my time.
So why the 3.5?
Because after that, you know, let's say something stupid, and then you're like, date is over.
So that's just about
it's just about that time, right, before they get to this stupid talk.
Okay.
Right.
3.5.
3.5.
So
scientific. This is scientific, sir.
I'm asking. So
scientific.
It's actually a known fact
that
3.5
for me.
is.
That's what they.
It's a known fact for you. Many other people may fit in that category.
It's a lot of people. People don't know what to say out their mouth. I think they're so used to talking to you as if they're texting you. You know, the real conversation doesn't really take play in a lot of stuff. And if you're eclectic or you well-rounded or if you've done a lot of things, the conversation for them, if they're not in the same category as you or same level or the same place as you, they kind of get like overwhelmed by what you're doing. So it becomes like an interrogation and a questionnaire versus like two people having an adult conversation.
Okay. 3.5.
3.5 hours. There's one particular person. Hey, Gregory. He always
Did you hear about the 3.5? Okay. So we talked about the cuffing season. So very interesting. It makes sense.
And I said I'm the speed dater because I only allow you 3.5 hours.
Is it speed or super date?
Well, super date, speed dating, the same thing.
Well, it's dangerous to go beyond 3.5 hours in cuffing season because, like places like Maryland, it could snow at any moment.
There are rules to the single life.
Yeah.
Sir.
Okay. I mean, because if like a place like Maryland, it could snow in March, so you have to be careful. Right, but you were snowed in with somebody that you wanted to be snowed in with. Yeah. But cuffing season is like a blind date. You might be feeling the person, and then, 3 days locked in, you like, somebody gotta go. This wasn't planned. Right, this wasn't planned.
You're supposed to go home like 2 days ago.
Right. For real.
So.
And all we got is noodles and oodles in the house.
Right.
We're going to be fighting for that.
And a bottle of Night Train. Thunderbird or something.
See, he been there before.
Ain't went nowhere.
It's coming out.
Thunderbird just cold, just in the back of the refrigerator. So, but she talked about the super date and the 3.5. So are you familiar with that?
No, that's my
Oh, that's just your...
I told you that according to True.
Well, yeah, you said that, but it applies to others too.
Scientific
so that works for you.
It works for me.
It's pretty. It does, but because like I was taught, I was raised by a lot of older women, so by looking at somebody whether or not you want just dinner that night or
if it's gonna last. Or...
Dinner and.
You like appetizers, main course, dessert, coffee, conversation. No.
Yeah.
You already know.
Good with that.
Let's go. No, skip all this appetizer. Don't even bring the bread. Just bring this, and then I'll be like, in the middle of eating, can you bring the check, please? Nice. Yeah, because valet gonna take a whole 15 minutes.
Or you hit them with, can you separate this? Well, that's me. Can we get 2 different checks, please? Yeah. Wow. So you use the signs and signals.
When you start having that conversation and it sounds like exactly how it sounds on a text, flat, intrusive, and they go from 0 to 100 real quick. Well, I bet you are. No, see, we.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they say a lot of stuff, And I remember I went on this first date with somebody that I was friends with for a while, and we always did group activities. So I never really had a complete conversation with him. Adult conversation. One-on-one. Like, hey, what's up? Right. It's always like everybody's telling jokes, joining on each other, whatever.
Kind of blending in with everybody
Yeah,
else.
he blending in with everybody else.
Right.
Somebody else propped him up and made him look good. Anyway, so we go out. And this is during the time that the Martin Luther King, the statue of Martin Luther
monument.
King was the first time it was supposed to be dedicated, but because of the weather, it was canceled.
Right.
So it was a lot of activities. A lot of people came in from out of town anyway, did a lot of activities. So we're sitting in my favorite restaurant down in Columbus Circle. Is it Columbus Circle? No. What is that thing? Indique.
Okay.
It's an Indian restaurant.
Okay.
Down at it's Columbia Road. Sorry, Columbia Road. So we're sitting in there, and we're running late. So I already had prearranged to have a nice little seat that overlooked the rest of the restaurant, so we can be alone and we can chit chat for the first time, really about
one-on-one atmosphere.
So anyway, because we were running late, I told him, I said, go ahead and park across the street. I'll go to the maitre d', let them know that we're here, so we don't leave our seat. Whatever. And afterwards, I go to the bar, and these two wonderful guys that are from St. Louis who was there in town for the occasion that was canceled.
Sure.
So they were hanging out, and they had made some kind of joke, and I, me being me, just butting in and being nosy, and I said something to them, and it was like a witty repartee, and
she said witty repartee.
That's what it was, witty
right.
repartee. My vocabulary is thick. Don't play that.
Go ahead.
Anyway, don't let the Brooklyn accent fool you. Anyway, we had this like little banter going back and forth, and we was laughing. So finally, my date gets in there. The maitre d' comes and get me. We get seated, and the two guys sent over drinks to our table.
Right.
They came. I waved them over because I could see them from the bar, and I was like, "Oh, hey, you got to meet my date." Blah 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 blah. This and this and that. When they left the table,
okay,
my date proceeds to start acting the monkey about these two dudes buying me these drinks.
Wow.
And what were you doing? That's why you sent me to park. Why was your car, stupid? You had to go park. So, after a couple of choice words of his and a couple of choice words of mine, I said, I'll be right back. Wait right here. I went to the maitre d', paid for my side, whatever it was, and told him, I said, give me 15 minutes until that fool. I left. I got in the cab so fast.
Wow.
And rode out on him and never spoke to him again. So when we have the group gatherings and he's there, I don't even see him.
So he still comes around.
He's still coming around. He doesn't come around as much as he used to. But, I told everybody about it because, we don't hold water for nothing, especially if it's a bad date. I was like, oh, my God, you wouldn't believe what
this fool did.
He acted the monkey. I had never seen that before. And I was like, man, you know who I am. Yeah, I talk to everybody.
Right.
It doesn't matter who it was.
Right. Accused you of going in there just to talk to them specifically.
And they were gay. I was like, you can't tell?
See, crazy. See, you can't just run out on crazy, though. You have to let him know that you're leaving, because he could have been like psycho.
Well, it's okay. I gave myself 15 minutes to get in that cab, though.
Wow, that's something.
15 minutes to get in that cab, though. Get out.
Insecurities going on about.
But and you have to know what your limit is when you out there as a single person, that you have people who do not react well to things, or they show you, they're behind real quickly.
That just seems like a level of maturity, though. To me, it's just common sense. It's okay.
I don't know. It might be a DC thing, because I swear to God,
Oh, is he from DC?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense.
Give me somebody from someplace else.
Right. How does it make sense that he's parking while you're holding the table, but yet he's accusing you of
flirting with two gay guys? I wasn't turning them that night.
She is a lot.
I wasn't turning no gay guys that night, and they had invited us to another event that they were hosting.
Sure, and they sent over drinks.
They sent over drinks. I waved them over.
Right. So
and
they,
like,
trying to hide something.
I wasn't hiding anything. I was like, oh, these are guys I just met at the bar. They are fabulous. I just love them so much. And they had invited us to another party and all this other stuff. And as soon as they left, He just like put his hand on top of my hand and just went off.
Oh wow.
Off.
Like you gonna learn today.
Oh, he gonna learn.
What was that?
He want to be cuffed.
You say you won't be cuffed, right? So yeah, the goal in on this one, yeah.
No, I don't get
so
cuffed.
he wouldn't get cuffed.
He wouldn't get cuffed.
Yeah.
He get shot.
Ooh.
He would be the one that tricks you into like
Uh-huh.
coming over for the day, and then it snows.
Get snowed in with that
Get
cat.
snowed in, and you in hell with Michael Myers. It be war of the roses up in there. Like, you stay on your side of the house, for real. Not even the side of the couch, the house.
Right. Just
Can you not be in the basement? You have to be that close.
Man.
You have to be on the same floor.
That's crazy. We're talking about holidays, relationships, diets, and all other stuff. So I just learned about something today.
So do you think the relationships start in the around the holidays? You think that they work out?
Well, if they start during the holidays, I don't know, because there's so much going on. Right?
Would you take your date that you just met, maybe within 30 days, to your family's house for the holidays?
No.
Why?
No, because I know my family and I know me. So I think that, you know, I'm a good judge of character who I date.
Mm-hmm.
But that's too soon, I think.
30 days is too soon?
Yeah, I think so. I think 30 days is too soon to start taking.
What if you stuck with her already?
Traveling folk and all that other stuff.
If you
We're talking about family. We're talking about taking them to meet mama.
So you can sleep with her, but you can't let her meet your mama.
It all depends.
Oh, Lord.
It all depends. It depends on what type of relationship.
We got 45 minutes, sir. Go ahead.
Actually, we don't. How soon before we go on the break? Because we not going to get it. Oh, we got 30 seconds. You know what? We'll talk more about it. But
and Jesus saved you.
We're on Be Exposed Radio, the Denise Harrison Show. Thank you for listening. Take us to break. Take us to break.
Okay, so just type the job website address here. That's it. Then you enter what job you're looking for there.
Electrician.
This is Peter. Recently, he got help going on the internet for the first time to look for a new job.
Okay, then you just hit search and...
In the past, Peter's gotten work through people he knew, but he heard there were more jobs online.
There we go.
These are all for me?
Uh-huh.
Really?
He had no idea just how many.
I can't believe it. This one looks good.
Peter is thinking the internet might be for him after all.
And this is just one website.
Wow. Why didn't I do this sooner?
See what the internet can help you do at everyoneon.org or call 1-855-387-9166 to find a free training class near you. Brought to you by Connect to Compete and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council. Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Are you thinking about getting your GED diploma? Well, here at the GED Pep Talk Center, we've got a number of pep talks that can motivate you.
Sometimes things don't always turn out the way you want them to.
You know that feeling? People look at you and don't believe in you.
You want some gentle encouragement.
Then you're on your way to your GED diploma and a better life.
But I know you're probably just a little bit nervous. You can find it in yourself to take that first step.
You can improve your future. You can do this. I know you can.
You need to start pushing yourself.
Now get your game face on and take the first step towards a better life. Hurry up. Don't make me repeat myself.
Whatever level of motivation you need to get your GED diploma, we've got a pep talk that's right for you. Call 1-877-38-YOUR-GED or visit yourged.org for your pep talk and find free GED classes in your area. GED is a registered trademark of the American Council on Education. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
When you were a little kid and you thought about what you wanted to be, teaching was at the top of your list. But things changed. And as you got older, teaching didn't seem like the best option anymore. So you're thinking you'll be something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Now you want to be a doctor. You don't think teachers save lives? 25 at a time. An actress? Try playing a different role every time the bell rings. How about a scientist? Ever heard of physics? Chemistry? Who do you think teaches that? Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, and taking learning far beyond the four walls of the classroom. It's time to recognize that great things are happening in teaching and put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable. But how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway.
You are listening to
Welcome back to Welcome back to the Denise Harrison Show. Y'all need to give us a call. Call on in.
They're not ready. They're not ready for this conversation. They're not ready.
I'm not ready to talk about it on the air. But if we get there, that's a whole other show. For real.
Just let it go.
Let it go, Denasha.
No.
Be at peace.
We talking. No, I'm at peace. I'm at peace. We talking about relationships and signs. And, no, that we're not. That we're not. You're getting a signal right there. But looking forward to the rest of the show. So it's been a good one so far, I think. Call us at 410-702-5657. We're talking about relationships. I actually did bounce around, doing this in the future, but we'll talk about that off the air again. But 410-702-5657. Go ahead and give us a call. You can text us at 443-642-9403.
You know, right here, right?
Email us at
I see you, Tanasha.
So before we went to break, what question did you ask?
The question was,
me a question about,
why wouldn't, if you slept with her already, why didn't you?
It's time for another break.
Save him, Jesus.
You need to take that turtleneck off. You get to go hot.
Right.
It's about 50
If you
degrees.
slept
It feels
with
like
her,
it's 70
sir,
something.
why can't she meet your mama?
Okay, so the question is
30 days in, you slept with her already. It's the holiday. She don't have nowhere to go. You're not going to take her?
No, it all depends. It all depends. So the question, if I slept with someone,
I think they heard me the first time. Why you trying to straighten this out?
Right. No, so this is how I feel. I feel that, although you may be intimate with someone 30 days in, that's your relationship with that person. to involve
But
your.
she ain't got no parents. She don't know where to go for the holidays.
I'm just answering the question.
So you just gonna leave her there by herself?
Well, once again, it all depends.
People get comfortable around the holidays.
To actually start introducing someone.
So how long does it take? How long does it take?
To start introducing someone into someone else's life, I think that takes a little bit more time. Maybe between the time you was intimate with somebody, you just got to really be careful how you introduce.
So how long do you usually take since you've been in multiple relationships in your lifetime?
It all depends.
Okay, the soonest and the longest.
It all depends.
Sir, there was a soonest.
It all depends.
See, there you go, talking that political crap.
It all depends. So it depends on where you at.
This is an example of trying to talk in circles and not answering the question directly.
This is an example of me keeping my business and standing
We're
a little bit.
talking about as, in general.
So in general,
what you would think was too soon?
Too soon to introduce somebody to your family? I'd say less than 30 days would be too soon. So, no matter how you're going with that relationship, I say that less than 30 days in would probably be too soon. Okay. Because I don't think you're really sure about that person.
And what would be too long? That you
want to spend time with. I think, 6 months, 7 months, the person should have probably already met your family.
Okay.
Because if you're, dealing with somebody, you're considering yourself to be in a relationship with someone, you're saying that you care for that person, and that person should be good enough for you to meet the people that you claim to care for. 30 days too soon, 6 months way too long, I think.
Interesting.
Because if you continue to date, to at that point you should be building. I think at that point, and if you are good enough to lay with, spend time with, sleep with, share things with,
days. You can't do it
then that person should be good enough to meet your family. So
at 31 days,
we're gonna answer that right after this break. You're listening to the Josh Harrison Show. Don't go away.
You're running to the break. They ain't even ready yet.
They're coming up
they
so quick.
Put no signage up about the time to break.
They're clapping. They're coming up so quick. We'll be right back.
We're clapping.
Hey now, this is your girl Tracy from Gangsta Goddess Radio. If you missed us on Monday from 7 to 8, catch this flashback. Gangsta Goddess Radio, BeExposedRadio.com. And it's a whole conversation. I won't even put you through the trauma of playing it for you. That's how much I love you all today. But he said when he sees a woman that he likes, he simply grabs them by the pussy. And because he's a star, he believes women just let him do anything. So he's just walking out in the streets grabbing women by their vaginas. And I am still clutching my pearls every time I hear it. So I definitely wanted to let our guest, Miss Kimmy, weigh in on how you felt when you first heard that.
I think it was very insultive to every woman out there. It's nothing to write home about. It's nothing to brag about. I think you running for a presidential candidate, even though you said it prior, such things shouldn't be said on air or recorded. Nobody needs to know what you do in your closet, but to rain that insult on women, I think he has no respect for women at all. And I think he doesn't have a good stand when it comes to running and women supporting him.
I believe he has no respect for women. And it's not just because of this comment. It's everything adding up. And then they played a conversation with him and I believe Howard Stern, where Howard Stern was saying that his daughter was a great piece of ass. And Trump is like...
We're rewarding you for something you already do, listening to us. It's Radio Loyalty, and it's an easy way for you to get free stuff. All you do is sign up. Go ahead and click the banner now. You'll earn points as you listen. Points you can trade in for great products and services in the Radio Loyalty store. You can earn even more points when you share your favorite station with friends on Facebook and Twitter. Radio Loyalty. It's free to sign up, so click the banner to join now. We're rewarding you for something you already do. Listening to us. It's Radio Loyalty, and it's an easy way for you to get free stuff. All you do is sign up. Go ahead and click the banner now. You'll earn points as you listen. Points you can trade in for great products and services in the Radio Loyalty store. You can earn even more points when you share your favorite station with friends on Facebook and Twitter. Radio Loyalty. It's free to sign up, so click the banner to join now.
Check out this flashback.
Because as you said, the school board, the sheriff's department, right? You want to be that change that you want to see, right? So if somebody's not representing your interest when it comes to your kids, your children, your legacy, your future, right? You got folk that don't go to one PTA meeting, don't know who their teachers are for your children, don't know where the classroom is located, don't know if there's an emergency action plan for the school when it comes to the fire drills or whatever drills they have.
Or even how they handle when assaults and serious crimes happen. How do they handle that? Are they obligated to notify the parent? Are they obligated to notify the police? Is a report done? You don't even know what's really going on. You'll hear schools in Montgomery County put out information to their parents a lot faster than you hear about schools in PG County. That last incident with PG County when there was a sexual assault of a minor child on a school bus, it took them a year and a half before they even brought it up to the parents.
A year and a half.
I'm sorry, I'm sitting here with a dumbfounded look on my face if you guys aren't watching. I just can't imagine how that's okay, how it's acceptable, how they were able to even get away with it.
They were able to do it because parents' participation is very low.
You can catch me Thursdays from 8 to 10 on the Denasha Harrison Show on BigExposedRadio.com.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to the Denasha Harrison Show here on Be Exposed Radio.
Good name,
So hey, we're talking about relationships. So too soon, 30 days. Too long, 6 months. So before we went to the break, we were talking about how long is too long.
Question?
Right?
Oh, okay.
How long is too long? So, but yeah, I believe that 30 days into a relationship, I don't think that people should be meeting other members of your family, because you're still finding a lot out about that person. And I would say that 6 months, at about that time, anything over 6 months, I think would probably be too long, because I feel like you should know who you're with at that point to know if you're going to actually build with that person. Spend time enough with that person to where they should be worthy of meeting your family. And if somebody did me like that, I'd probably feel the same way.
So I mean,
I wouldn't want to be taken
would
around
you be like,
somebody's
"Hey, boo,
family
you
like 30
didn't
days in.
let me meet your mama yet? You were out with her yesterday." And how would you
I
bring
really
up
don't
this
know
conversation?
I really don't know how that conversation would go, because I've never been put in that position. So, but I would think that if
Because everybody just want him to come home to his mama.
He's comfortable.
Comfortable.
So I think that if I was 30 days into a relationship and someone wanted to introduce me to their mother and their brothers and sisters and aunts, and introduce me to the family, I would think that would be too soon, and I'd actually have a conversation about that.
I mean, I think a lot of people should be aware of that, because that means I'm not serious about you. And that's a good sign that I'm not serious about you.
Oh, I got a wife at home.
True, or it can mean
or
that
husband nowadays.
True, or it can mean that it's moving too fast, right? So if I'm somebody that likes to take it a little slower. 20 days in, it's like, okay, I want you to meet my family. It's like, okay, are we hanging out? We playing spades or something? What are we doing? Or, why the introduction so soon? I would think, and then you have to know who you with, right? Maybe that's their custom. Maybe that's the type of
they family oriented.
They are. They're family oriented. So
like, okay, I don't care if you're just dating him. We need to know who you're dating.
Right.
And that was the custom before. Like, if you were living in the house with them, you would end up meeting a family on the first day too, right?
Sure.
And if they had a larger family unit, like like you have the cultures that all live together, no matter what the ages are, and they live as one unit. You're gonna, when you pull up to the house to come and pick up your date, you're gonna end up meeting the entire family.
Absolutely.
So your family should know who you're dating up front too.
But when it comes to those introductions, you think that 30 days is a good standard?
I think 30 days is a good standard, because if you're getting to develop a relationship with this person, they should still know who you're around, because anything can happen these days,
Sure.
And then with people internet dating and all kinds of stuff, okay, I met somebody and it's 30 days in, and I get kidnapped by this person, and they have no clue who this dude is.
Well, you should always have your emergency contacts.
So only the BFF should know what it is.
So yeah, I think you kind of tailor that depending on what your lifestyle is.
I can see if you introducing them as a girlfriend, or maybe a special occasion, that might not be the right thing if you're taking them to a wedding. But a lot of people meet and still just have a date, and you have to know if you're looking for a commitment, or you're just dating, or you're looking to have opportunities to just get into that from dating into a commitment. I think you just have to know what is it that you're looking for in the first place.
Communication.
So it's one of those things, like, what are they gonna think? The person that you're taking to introduce to your family. For me, introducing them I won't introduce them to my kids, even though my kids are grown. I won't do that until I'm serious,
Right.
But to my friends, I might take them to go and smoke some cigars and see if he can hang with us for a little while.
Right.
If he can, be around the atmosphere that, I'm in and stuff like that, and be cool and copacetic. But a lot of times that you tell them, this is not because I'm looking to do something in particular. I'm like, well, I spend time with my friends. You part of my life now. Why don't we go and just do some group activity together? I think you'll meet these people and you really like them, and then, life is copacetic.
So what time frame is that?
It could be any time. I could met him yesterday, and I'm like, I'm meeting my girlfriends, and I want them to check you out real quick.
Right, just to...
Yeah.
And that's how people, I think, fall victim to it, because they feel as though they have to wait this long period of time. But if you are a family-oriented person, or if you are big on friendship, that person needs to come around. Now, I hate that person that every time we do something as friends or family, it's a new person there.
Right.
Like, I don't want to be your test group for your relationships. But I think at some point you gotta bring them around so but you have to be careful, because people may take that the wrong way. So communicate with them on what that is.
Exactly what it is.
Right, you bring somebody to the holiday, they thinking they in, so they comfortable and getting to know your mom.
Those times for family might be more sensitive than other times.
And it's dependent on the person. Like, if it's like I said, a wedding, or like a baby shower or something like that, it may not be the right person to take to those things where they're meeting your tight extended family and seeing all your grandma would pull off her wig in the middle of the dance floor after a while. They may not be ready for that yet. You have to have a couple more conversations, but bringing them around your friends or your hangout spots and stuff like that, I think you could do that sooner than later.
Sure, I agree with that.
I think your people that know you the most would know whether or not that looks like a sincere. Somebody that's sincere, somebody that's getting on your nerves. And the conversation y'all have afterwards, after you have left your friends, and if he's sitting there doubting, putting doubts in your head about your friends and talking nonsense, or I don't like those people, then you got to think about what you're dealing with. You're dealing with somebody that's controlling, somebody that's going to try to push you away, they don't like your friends for real, whatever it is. And you have to really look at, what are they really saying to me at this particular point in time.
That really would be a telltale sign.
Yeah, it would definitely be especially if you got good people around you.
Right.
There's some people that got some of their friends can go and stuff like that. But if this person is overly critical or overly possessive, or every time you move somewhere he couldn't mix in, and just not your thing. If you're a mixer and you go about your business, like, hey, stay right here and talk to Paul, and he moves around, and as soon as he sees you at the bar, he's like, I don't even want to talk to Paul. I don't like him.
Right.
You know, you have to see if that's compatible in your lifestyle, because if you're a open, happy-go-lucky person, kind of go with the flow, and they're like sitting in the corner being all solemn and crazy and waiting for you to come and let's go now and all this kind of stuff, then you know not to mix with that. There's something that's not going to mix with you, Val.
That's not healthy at all.
No matter how good they look on paper or in person, you'd be like, okay, I got to move on to the next one.
Yeah, it's definitely a bad start.
Yeah, it's a bad 3.5 hours would tell you a lot.
That makes sense.
It makes sense.
Yeah, it makes
By
sense.
the time you got your appetizer, you know, your main course, your little bit of conversation, you can hear stuff. See how he chews his food, because some people don't know how to use a knife.
Close their mouth.
Oh my God. You're like, all of that, sir? Really? Are we doing all of that? I mean, you have to just know you have to know what your pet peeves are too.
Mm-hmm. What you can tolerate.
What you can tolerate. There's a lot of things I can't tolerate.
Mm-hmm. Like what?
You don't want to get me started. This is how many more minutes we got?
Oh, this is a long segment. 410-702-5657.
Oh, he's slowing down now.
Yes, it's all
he out of the hot
so
seat.
We're gonna take our time. No, but feel free to call in, and thank you for listening to the Denasha Harrison Show. So, for example,
don't say what you were going to do. I hate that verbiage. I was going to do this. Then why are you telling me? Because you didn't do it.
Right.
Don't pick me up late. Don't not call. You have to call me if you're going to be late. If you're in traffic, I understand we live in the DMV area. Traffic is a plethora around here. It's just like so much of it, and for no particular reason. Somebody broke down on the side of the road, everybody got slowed down. Somebody standing on the side of the road, somebody slowed down. There's a deer on the side of the road, everybody slowed down. The sun, the rain, everything. Everybody slows down.
Right.
Either way, I'm understandable of that, but understand my time. I'm getting dressed and I'm preparing for you to come and pick me up. I'm not standing there for extra 15 minutes waiting on you because you didn't have the audacity to call me and say, hey, the traffic is really bad. I don't know how long I am. Just go ahead and relax, and I'll see you in a few minutes, and I'll be cool with that.
Right.
Don't do that. Do not. If you don't call me, I will make you wait at the door for an extra 15 minutes.
I'm horrible at that. I really
horrible at calling before you come.
No, being late, and I've been on dates that have ended abruptly because people don't like that.
No, people don't like their time being messed with. And all it does, it takes a phone call. If you're running late, like, look, I'm running late. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. I'm not going to have my coat on. I'm not going to have my shoes on. I'm not going to have my pocketbook ready to walk out the door.
Right.
And because I, was a police officer for all those years, being on time and being at places on time is such an important thing for me. So to find that the men that are not being on time or not being respectable about my time, if you're going to run late, if you're doing something at work and you're like, look, it looks like I'm going to be 30 minutes out, I always call people and like, look, even like when I'm late for the show, I'm stuck in traffic. I am coming from Southern Maryland, and sometimes you never know on 295, 95, 695, 95, whatever, around the corner down Bend. Everything, the waves take me in all kinds of different directions. I am learning Baltimore for real.
It's a big semicircle.
Yeah. So, like, I was like, okay, it looks like it's giving me a time of this. That means that I'm going to be this time, and I'll let you know, I'll update you, whatever it is.
Right.
I'm respectable of people's time if I'm being expected someplace. And those are one of those my major big things. If you're going to be late, call me. And don't tell me what you was going to do, because you ain't did it. You ain't gone did it yet. So I don't want to hear about that. And then don't present yourself as a person that you're not. A lot of times people want to have this big old conversation about all the people they know, where they've been, what they did, who they dated.
Right. But what about who you are?
But people are taught that that's what you're supposed to do. Yeah. You're supposed to be important. And women like that. Women like somebody that's important.
I like somebody that is about their business. And that's different than just being important. You're important to your family and your friends.
Do you say that?
Huh?
Do you say that?
I do say that. I said you're going to have to be important to your family and friends. How you treat the people around you makes sense to me. How you treat the wait staff, how you treat people that you feel are beneath you, how you treat the guy that washes your car. All those things I look at. How you deal with your kids. If you have a baby mama, if you have all ex-wife, I need to know what all of that looks like because if you have animosity, why you have so much animosity in your relationship been over for 5 years? You know what I mean?
Right.
And why you have so much passion for somebody?
Right.
For something that happened years and years and years ago. So you have to look at all of those different things and just like inspect that and say, And a lot of times I tell women you have to listen 75% of the time and ask for follow-up questions 25% of the time.
You get a lot in there.
You get a lot of information within the first 3 months.
Right.
That they will reiterate back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just it's interesting in so many different ways that relationships, no one's taught how to be in a relationship. People kind of look at what they see around them, what they hope, the Cinderella syndrome and stuff like that when they're looking for Prince Charming to come around there. And I have a couple of girlfriends who believe that monogamy is a false shelter.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of women are starting to think about
That is
open
just
relationships.
not possible. Really.
It's really not possible for one person. And we're not talking about maybe having an open relationship and you have 2-3 people. We're talking about a relationship starts and it ends.
Mm-hmm.
And then it starts another one and you get another other one. So, forever monogamy is not really possible to be with somebody 50, 60 years or your whole life. So, and then we do have the people that talk about open relationships that, what does that mean and how do you work that out where it's not about jealousy and not about, bringing in other issues and stuff like that and insecurities. Mm-hmm. And how do you manage two or multiple people at the same time?
Wow. Interesting. So I believe monogamy is possible. But I can understand why people are discouraged because of it, because there's so many people out here playing games. And instead of being upfront, being open, communicating, a lot of people try to hide their dirt, try to hide what they do, and people get tired of it. Sometimes people lose hope, like, you know what, I'm not going to get burnt again. I'm going to make sure that I got somebody else in the queue just in case this relationship messes up.
Which is kind of one of those things that where you're just honest about working things out.
How you doing?
And if you don't know how to work things out, you mess those things up.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't have the communication that you need to have to make it work.
Right. Okay. I'll tell you, it's been a wonderful show so far.
Of course, I'm here.
Always holding it down. So, but we appreciate you listening to the Denasha Harrison Show here on Be Exposed Radio. As always, True Black is holding it down.
Holding it down. Representing Brooklyn.
Good stories, good communication, right? We talked about a whole lot. And it's a good thing that we did because it's just conversation. It's just us being us.
It's adults. We're adults. We should have adult conversation.
And have a wonderful conversation. So thank you for the time that you always spend here, of course. And we got a couple of guests.
For gas money, though.
Gas money? Hey, Nate, you're going to start asking for gas money. We got to work that into the sponsorship. So, as a matter of fact, Kelvin Harrison for the, Let's Get It boxing team, you're going to have to up your
donation,
sponsorship.
sir. Yes.
So, but we appreciate you because we got to start paying for people gas money around here. But quickly, if you can introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. This is Sky J.
Okay, and you, sir?
Yeah, hello, everyone. This is Ignatius.
Okay, good to see you again.
Thank you, sir.
We got two people in the studio, and I'm glad that you actually had the opportunity to come. We talked about Sky J coming through. Thank you for coming through. I know you got a lot going on, and actually looking forward to speaking to you about your new developments for your space. So you're on the Denasha Harrison Show. We're actually going to take a break in a minute. Oh, actually, we're going? Okay, good. So.
Oh, now you don't want to go to break?
Well, no, it's not on me. It's not on me. Me and Nicole were working together on that. I said, hey, she's asking questions about relationships. Take me out to the break real quick. But thank you for joining us. And Actually, we're going to go through the rest of the show.
Yeah, no break for you, sir.
No break for me. But you know what? We're not talking about relationships anymore. So it's good. Yeah. So I don't have to take this turtleneck off.
Right.
Got a little hot up in there early. Check the show later on. You'll see what we're talking about.
Okay.
But seriously, thank you for joining us. If you can tell us a little bit about your new development. I know the last time we talked, you were dropping a new album.
Yes.
He actually premiered some songs on this show, so we appreciate that. So tell us, how's it been so far since you dropped the album?
Well, I was dropping a video. I remember it was a video. Yeah, it was a video, and it was called The One. And so now we have an album coming out December the 17th. Yeah, so that's what I'm working on right now, and we are playing everything live. Is live music and everything.
Cool.
So,
okay.
Yeah. So and I'm here, today. I actually have a show this Saturday, and I know him as Ibis.
Right.
And most people in the Baltimore area, he has a very popular spot that is right there by Harford Road. It's called Ibis. So now he got a bigger place and more like a lounge. Like so if you go, it's unbelievable.
Expanded it from the last.
He's expanded it because we used to go there, every weekend, and there's no road. It's like it used to be so much parked that they had to turn people back.
Oh wow!
So now he's just opening a new place, and I happens to be performing there for him, for the part of the opening as well.
Oh, good.
Okay, congratulations.
So
well, before we go to the opening, tell us a little bit about the studio that you just put together.
I have so many things going on, like you said. Yeah. Well, I had also.
Say something on my phone.
Not good table manner, right?
I know, right?
Yeah. So I just recently expanded the studio now because I wanted to add like videos and photos to the studio. So we got a bigger space now that has about 4 different space apart from us having the studio, the music studio. So we added photo studio and video. Yeah, we added everything. So everything is still in progression, but I have the album release, as you know, coming up again on the 17th. So I'm kind of like holding off a little bit on that to finish the album.
Right.
And then we'll go back into finalizing everything in the studio.
Congratulations to you also.
Thank you.
The paint's still drying on the wall.
Oh yeah, the pen is still dry.
They say you can bring a hammer anytime.
Yeah, I told him.
So yeah, we talked.
Yeah, we talked about it. He was like, "If you need me, call me. I'll be there." I said, "Yes."
We'll be up in there.
Yes.
So
you saying we?
No,
Who's the we?
You're gonna come, right? She's gonna be painting. She's gonna be painting.
She's gonna be sound check.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm like a 1-2 or 1-2.
How's the painting going?
Congratulations on the expansion of your club.
Thank you, Mr. Harrison.
So tell us a little bit about your space, where you're located, the type of things that you do up in your club.
Well, thank you very much. Sky J told me about, I've lived in Baltimore for 25 years. I've never heard about Be Exposed. So I was talking to him, and then he was like, there's a radio station. Yeah, there was a radio station that, he's going to have an interview with. It would be good if I come along with him.
Absolutely.
Yes. I was like, are you sure? He said, yes. So I said, okay, let's do it. Yeah. My establishment is located on Harford Road, 6016 Harford Road. That's where I started. I've been in business for 10 years. It's a small bikers club, bikers bar. And I took it over, and then my clientele dropped because of the location. So I started reaching out to everybody, say, hey, I'm the new owner of this place. Come and support me. So yes, so exactly. So slowly, gradually, I was able to build up our clientele, and it was nice. So to a point that on weekend is everybody is kind of scooched up, so in the establishment. So I decided to expand.
Okay.
So it was a struggle. I got the building 2012, started working on it 2013, and finally finished this year. And God blessed. We were able to granted a liquor license to open it up. Okay. Yes.
More liquor, right?
The old establishment is Ibis Tavern, and the new one is Ibis International Bar and Grill. Okay. Ibis Lounge. Yeah, just call it Ibis Lounge.
Ibis Lounge.
Yeah, Ibis Lounge.
When I go into Google to look it up,
Yeah.
it's going to come up.
Ibis Lounge.
Okay.
Yes,
So that's
yes,
what we're talking about.
exactly.
That's the place that we were at before.
And let me tell you what I like about this place.
Okay. That's the place you were at before.
Yeah. No. I haven't taken you there. I took you somewhere else.
Okay.
But if you had went there, you would have loved it.
Well, we going.
Yes, we're going. So what I like about yeah. Exactly. What I liked about this new place is, like if you talk about, let's say from North Avenue going back, there are a few clubs around that way. But if you talk about like upscale clubs and stuff, you basically find them in downtown. And my only problem with downtown is that parking is like
Parking,
very
yes,
as hell.
yes.
Yeah. So and what he did was bring that classic text back into that part of the city. Okay. Whereby you can come and you have private VIP lounge. You have it was amazing. I saw the video, put together all the lighting and everything, and it's a place you can actually go and enjoy yourself. And yes, I like the new place so much.
So it's off of North Avenue. So you want
Thank you.
east of the Mondawmin area?
No. It's northeast.
Hartford and White Avenue.
Hartford and Old Hartford. Yeah, before you get to Valentino's restaurant.
Yeah.
So you can go and just eat at your club.
That's right. And park. And you can park on.
Yeah. There's dining area, the bar, and if you want a VIP reserved, Yeah.
They have both local. They have both international food and American food.
American food, yeah. We have American food and international food.
Oh, cool.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. So December 17th, you say you'll be performing at that location?
No.
Okay.
December 17th is my album.
That's when your album's going.
dropping.
When will you be performing?
I'll be performing there on Saturday.
We got information. Hey,
Got the flyer. So prior to that,
Yes, this is the flyer for the album release.
Okay,
cool.
gotcha.
Yes, but this Saturday is his official launching.
Grand opening.
The grand opening is this Saturday.
This Saturday.
Okay.
Yes, for the place.
Good.
So I'll be performing there. And then before you basically catch me at my album release, but
And we could catch you when we bring the paintbrushes and cameras
Exactly.
to the studio.
So prior to Saturday, when we actually got to put in some work. But you're performing on Saturday at Ibis Bar and Grill.
Yes.
And then you'll also be performing on the 17th
Actually,
of December.
throughout this weekend, I'm performing tomorrow night. I'm performing on Saturday, and I'm performing next week Saturday.
Where are you at tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night, I'm at
PEP. People encouraging people
It's a
off
hall.
Rices Town Road.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk a little bit about that before we go out, because we got a few minutes left, and I want to make sure that I get this information out and how you plug your information again. But let's talk a little bit about what you're doing tomorrow quickly.
Well, tomorrow is an end of the year party. There's a social club that I belong to.
Mhm.
He was the former president, actually, to that club.
Okay.
So the club was more like they are there for each other. Like, let's say you're having any kind of ceremony, you're getting married. They support you financially, and they are there as well physically. Wow. Yes.
Oh wow.
They look out for each other. If you lose someone as well, and they support you financially and physically. So it was more like a brother's keeper thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So every year, last year I performed.
Yeah,
as
last
well.
year, yeah.
So this is an end of the year party again, and yeah.
About to get it in.
Yeah, a lot.
Bring
Yeah, a
in
lot
the
of
end
good
of the
things
year.
going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of good things going on. So we're looking forward to seeing your performance, and hopefully we can catch it at Ibis
Yeah.
Bar and Grill. And that address again?
6014 Hartford Road.
Okay, 6014
Hartford Road.
Okay,
Hartford
Road.
And
Okay.
most people know the place. Like I've been going there for years, for like almost 6 years now.
So if you have lived in Baltimore for a while, you know exactly where that place
Yeah,
is.
you'll know where it is.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, great. And for you, we got the release party coming out December 17th. $20 admission fee.
Yeah.
Okay. $40 for VIP.
What comes with the VIP?
Yeah. What you know? What?
Right. What comes with VIP?
We'll
champagne and
we'll see the VIP when we get there.
Yeah, you see it when you get a lot of good stuff.
A lot of good stuff.
Okay.
When we did VIP together last time, it was a good time.
Yeah,
so
you were there,
I
exactly.
was there the last
I'm
time.
sure you can
VIP
tell
was a
to
good
that.
time. So the Roots album release party with a live band performance from Sky J. So that's Saturday, December 17th from 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. The venue is going to be
Good Lord, 4 a.m.
4 in the
around
morning.
here. Yes, I tell you can't find
Then
no
we're getting
places
a
open
Zook
at
on.
4 a.m.
And that location is at Freedom Hall, right?
Yeah, Freedom Hall.
Okay, that's at 6908 Bel Air Road.
Yeah.
And I know it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes.
If it's
And if
anything like last time,
we have. This is a little bit different because this is gonna have up to about 400 people.
Oh wow!
You know, we have a red carpet. We are being the red carpet is being handled by. Is a company called Red Carpet Nigeria.
Okay.
So what they do is they interview people. I have
Okay.
a lot of celebrities coming in from my part of the country. I
Okay.
have some actors and actresses coming in, and people get to take pictures and mingle around and get to talk to other people as well.
Well, that sounds great. You think you'll be able to make that?
I think I'll be able to make. Can I come?
Are we invited?
Oh yeah,
Are
of
we
course.
invited?
We're gonna have to.
You're number one on my special guest list.
Hey, we're gonna have to make a go of it. I know
make a go of it.
it's
Yeah,
gonna be a
definitely.
wonderful time. Like I said, if it's anything like last time, folks, if y'all listening, you want to get that VIP. You want to get that VIP access. I'll keep it like that.
You can buy the ticket on Eventbrite as well.
Okay.
Yes, if you go to Eventbrite, type in Roots. The name of the album is called Roots.
Okay.
And you type that in by Sky J, and it will pull it up. You can follow me. I am Sky J on Facebook. I am Sky J. You type that in is my fan page, and you'll be able to get the link. To buy
for
that.
it, yeah.
To buy that as well.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you for actually coming in. It was right on time. So you saved me from a lot of relationship questions and answer periods. But seriously though, no, it was a good show. Had a wonderful time. True Black, thank you always for joining
you're
us
welcome,
and holding it down. And Sky J, thank you for coming through. And sir, we are looking forward to going to Ibis. I'm going to get over there as soon as I can to kind of check out your venue.
Okay.
So
Your first drink is on me.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. So big drink, some brown and
You got it bruised.
like eight ball glass. But folks, thank you for joining us on the Denasha Harrison Show here at Be Exposed Radio. We appreciate you supporting. Remember, although it is the holidays, all right, just make sure that you're responsible, that you're remembering what the reason for the season is all about, whatever that is to you.
Yeah.
Okay, just take care of yourself and take care of your family. Be safe. And we'll see you next Thursday. Next Thursday is going to be a wonderful show dedicated to music as well. Check my Facebook, and you'll see who's coming up for the next show. So thank you for joining us. Have a good night, and always do the right thing. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming through.
Thank you.
I had just got off work when Spencer pulled up and began to harass me and two women. He comes through almost every night.
Are you talking about Officer Art Spencer?
Yes.
Where do you...
Off